What's up, surfer? It's Alex Curry here with Moy from Tomorrow's Bad Seeds. How you doing?
Doing good. How you doing, Alex?
Dude, you've been absolutely killing it. And what's the vibe like playing at West Beach Festival?
It's a really like a camaraderie vibe, really good, like friendly, homey environment. It feels like it's all family. I mean, everybody knows everybody, so it's like there's no intimidation or no segregation. You know, it's pretty cool.
It's just like a fun, big beach concert.
It's for fun, to be honest. I don't even look at it as taking it serious. I took last night more serious than this today.
Really?
Yeah, because last night it's just you're in front of all your hometown. It's like, you know, you don't want to choke. But here it's like all these people came just to have a good time, so it doesn't really matter, you know?
So sick. And then the tour you just got back from, what was the town that you had the craziest groupie fans at?
New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Yeah, because our drummer's from New Jersey now. And his sister and his family and all their friends, and they're all musicians. They all love it, and they come out and just, they really rage. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not talking shit on the West Coast or mess on the West Coast, but
Better not.
they really know how to party on the East Coast, you know. Maybe because their bars stay open 24/7 or something, but
No way.
they party way harder. Well, I don't know, I guess we party pretty hard too, but they party pretty hard in New Jersey, dude.
Like, what was the weirdest, like, most memorable thing that happened on your whole tour?
Lost my cell phone the night before. We were leaving the next day. We had one more show the next day on Warped Tour, and I was hanging out with some of the guys, or the keyboard player and the sound guy for All American Rejects, and I left my phone in one of their deals. And later on that day, I remember seeing their singer. I forgot his name. Damn, he's a really cool dude, but I forgot his name. Anyways, I saw his singer. I was like, "Hey man, you were by that tent," and you know, I don't know if you know whose tent that was, because everybody has their tents in the bands, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, but I think I left my phone in one of the little cup holders. Like, oh, that was our tent, dude. So I went on the, I went to their bus and they looked for it. I went on in their trailer, looked for it, they couldn't find it. Went on their bus, found it. He found it on the bus, but the funny thing is, the night before, I was calling like, "Hey man, whoever has my phone, please give it back to me." And like, "I just want to see your tits." Excuse me, I'm sorry, but they're just saying, "I just want to see your breasts, show me this and this and that," like saying all kinds of funny things.
Little do you know who you're talking to.
But I was like, who is this, dude? Like, who has my phone?
So how was that, you know, having a different genre and vibe than a lot of the hardcore bands on the Warped Tour? Was it easy to fit in? Did you find a good fan base? How was the vibe?
At first, we wanted to fit in, but after playing like our first set and we tried to be harder, like be more alternative and be more punk, we did play Vice's all punk on Warped Tour like twice, and after that we like realized, like, you know what, let's just be ourselves. And I started being ourselves. Like we were the band, the other bands were the fans of our band more than the people, because we still captivated an audience every day, because nobody really knew us, and we started with like 10, 20 people in front of us. By the end of our show we have like 200, 300 people in front of us. And but looking back on he threw me off, that fuck you guys.
So you said beginning of you had like 20, 30 fans. By the end of your set, you'd have like 200
Yeah,
fans.
exactly. And then, but I'd noticed that a lot of them would be like guys in other bands.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of talk within the other hardcore bands that are like straight screamo and metal type stuff about that. They liked us and they'd come watch us play. So it was pretty cool. That's how we became good friends with Enter Shikari.
That's so sick. Well, congratulations. And where can your fans find you? What's your website? Where can they find your next show?
MySpace us. MySpace is probably the best way to find our next show. Fan Corps, Pure Volume, anywhere pretty much. You can find us. Just Google us. But iTunes, you know, I'm sure you can find us on Sans Sections page too.
Is it like www?
It's www.tomorrowsbadseeds.com.
You got it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. May we give Surf Roots a shout out? Resin Music?
Hey, we love you, Resin. You know what's up. Resin Music for life, West Coast roots.
Straight from the South Bay.
Congratulations to you, Miss Curry.
Oh, thanks, baby. Appreciate it. Fabulous.